Welcome to the Chicago Resilient Communities Pilot Information Session for Chicago residents. In today's session, we will present an overview of the Chicago Resilient Communities Cash Assistance Pilot, what it is, the goals of the pilot, and explain who is eligible to apply. We will also discuss the application to let you know how to apply, and we will talk you through some of the frequently asked questions. We will also tell you more about the voluntary research component of the pilot. We will then talk about how you can get help with the application if needed. The Chicago Resilient Communities Pilot is a signature investment by the Mayor and Department of Family and Support Services. Through the pilot, $30 million of funding from the American Rescue Plan Act will be distributed to 5,000 Chicago households in $500 per month payments for 12 months, for a total of $6,000. The city has also secured approximately $2 million in private funding for an independent research evaluation in order to generate lessons for our city and the broader public about the impact of this program on the city's low-income residents. Households selected to receive the payments will be picked through a lottery from all eligible applications that are received between April 25th and May 13th. Additional applicants will be selected to participate in a research control group. The pilot goals. What do we aim to achieve? After consulting with stakeholders and other cities and organizations who had experience with monthly cash assistance programs, the city arrived at 4 primary objectives for this pilot. 1, to provide financial relief for low-income households that have been hit hard by COVID-19. 2, to improve the financial, physical, and mental well-being of Chicago residents. 3, to transform the city's human services by delivering impactful, inclusive, and people-centered programs that build on existing community resources. And 4, to build a field of practice to enable policymakers and advocates to learn about the impact of this type of program. You can find the application for Chicago's Cash Assistance Pilot online at www.chicago.gov/cashpilot. Applications opened Monday, April 25th and will close on Friday, May 13th at 11:59 p.m. Chicago residents who meet all of the following 4 eligibility requirements can enter the lottery. 1, you must reside in the city of Chicago when you submit your application, and if selected, continue to be a Chicago resident while you receive the funds. 2, you must be 18 years of age or older. 3, you must have experienced economic hardship related to COVID-19. And 4, your household income must be at or below 250% of the federal poverty line. For example, if you are the only member of your household, your annual income must be $33,975 or less. If your household has 3 members, the total annual income of all members of your household cannot be more than $57,575. To apply, you will need access to the internet and a computer or smart device like an iPhone or a tablet, an email or phone number that is unique to your application so you can receive a confirmation code and be contacted to know if you have been selected for the lottery or not. You will also need to enter a mailing address to confirm your residency. P.O. boxes are not allowed. Lastly, you will need about 20 to 30 minutes to complete the application if you have the documents ready to upload and prove your identity, residency, and income. As part of the application, you will be asked to verify who you are, where you live, and your household income. You will need to upload documents to prove each of these items. A list of acceptable documents can be found online at the Apply tab on the city's website. Some examples of documents that you can submit to prove your identity include a current driver's license, passport, city key, or state ID. Some examples of documents that you could submit to prove you are a resident of Chicago include an ID with your current address, a utility bill from the last 90 days with service address, or government benefit documents. If you do not have any documents to prove you are a resident of Chicago, you can submit a homeless management information system record or a signed letter from a nonprofit, faith-based organization, or public benefit program caseworker. As a last resort, you can also submit a signed statement for yourself that you live in Chicago. In addition to proof of your identity and that you are a Chicago resident, you must provide documentation of your household income. Some examples of documents that you can submit to prove your household income include proof of participation in a public assistance program like SNAP, WIC, or TANF. You can also submit tax documents from 2020 or 2021, or wage documents from 2021 or 2022. If you do not have any proof of income, you may submit a signed letter from a nonprofit, faith-based organization, or a public benefit program caseworker who can verify your income. As a last resort, you can submit a statement on your own behalf. The application will ask for your total household income, and to be eligible for the pilot, it must be at or below 250% of the federal poverty line. You can use a tool on the website to calculate your household income. You can find that tool and more information on the eligibility and FAQs page of the website. Before you begin your application, we recommend that you review all of the frequently asked questions on the website at the eligibility and FAQs page. This section answers a number of questions about the pilot and the information that will be needed to complete the application. The questions and answers will be updated throughout the application period as additional questions come up. One of the questions on the list is, can I see the full application before I start applying? Here, you can find a link to a sample application so you can review all of the questions before you begin. The application also will ask which public benefits anyone in a household is currently receiving. One of the frequently asked questions is whether the $500 per month would impact someone's existing benefits. In that answer, you can find a link to a full list of public benefits and the anticipated impact on each of those benefits. If selected for the pilot, you will have the opportunity to review potential impacts on those public benefits before you enroll. Currently, there would be no impact on Chicago Housing Authority residents or voucher recipients, no impact on SNAP or TANF benefits, and no impact on SSI or SSDI benefits. And funds are not considered taxable income by the IRS. Some additional frequently asked questions include, what is the definition of household? Household includes all family members who depend on the applicant to cover their expenses. Roommates and tenants are not considered part of your household if they are financially independent from you. It is important to note that only one person per household can apply, but if there are multiple households living in one house, each household can apply separately. Do I have to be a U.S. citizen? No. The pilot is open to all individuals over 18 who are Chicago residents. The application does not include questions regarding citizenship or immigration status. Do I have to apply as soon as possible? No, the application is not first come, first served. All applications received before midnight on May 13th will be considered. Are applications available in multiple languages? Yes. The application is available in Spanish, Polish, Arabic, Tagalog, and Mandarin. What documentation is required to prove economic hardship from COVID-19? None. You will not be asked to provide documentation. You will only be asked to select from a list of options. Consent for research activities. As part of the pilot, the University of Chicago's Inclusive Economy Lab will be studying the effect of this program to understand if it meets its needs and goals and to help other cities and states develop similar programs. You will be asked in the application if you would like to participate in their research. You have the option of participating, but it is not required and will not impact your application status. If you consent to participate in the research, your options include taking a survey for which you would be paid at least $20, completing an interview or being part of an observational study. For each interview, you would be paid at least $50. For each observation, you would be paid $250. You can also consent to allow the researchers to analyze other data about you, including your education, employment, housing stability, or credit. You can consent to one, all, or none of these activities. How to get help. As a first step to applying, we recommend that you visit the city's website at www.chicago.gov/cashpilot and review the information at the Apply and Eligibility and FAQ tabs. If after reviewing the frequently asked questions, you still need answers, you can submit a question to www.givedirectly.org/support or send an email to help@chicagocashpilot.org. You can also call the hotline at 1-855-594-4016. You can find this information and more under the section on the Apply webpage entitled Application Assistance. Through that link, you can find information on where to go if you need internet or computer access, including links to the addresses for Chicago Public Library, Department of Family and Support Service Community Centers, and Senior Centers. The link will also take you to information about where you can go to receive one-on-one assistance without an appointment, or where you can make an appointment for individual help. The information also includes a listing of community events where you can go to learn more about the pilot and, in some cases, receive on-site assistance with your application. This information will be updated frequently. In summary, applications to be part of the Chicago Resilient Communities Cash Assistance Pilot will be open until May 13th. All Chicago residents over 18 who have experienced economic hardship related to COVID-19 and who are part of a household whose income level falls at or below 250% of the federal poverty line are eligible to apply. Applications must be submitted by May 13th, and applicants will be notified in June whether they have been selected for the program. You can find more information at www.chicago.gov/cashpilot.